We sold our house on the edge of town and sold my business in order to start our new journey and buy 20 acres of rural, undeveloped land to try our hand at homesteading. With zero experience, we are planting, growing, harvesting, preserving, raising livestock, building our home ourselves, beekeeping, homeschooling, really everything homestead you can think of, we are trying. We invite you to come alongside us in this learning adventure. If this interests you, which I pray it does, please subscribe to our channel and do please interact with us. We can all learn from each other. Hello campers! If you're new here, my name is Lee with Camphomesteadacres. So glad that you're hanging out with me today. I wanted to include this Google Maps aerial view of our homestead. I thought it was pretty neat. I was on Google the other day and just decided for the fun of it to see if there was an updated Google Earth photo, and I ended up seeing this aerial video, which I thought was interesting. It's not the best quality, but I thought it was just very neat to get the perspective of how alone we truly feel on this homestead, which is a good and a bad thing. Nothing but nature around us. It is just so beautiful, and I just thought I would share so that you can kind of get a better feel of where we're at, which is in the middle of nowhere. So beautiful. But today we're spending more time in the garden, so hopefully that interests you and you want to hang out today. If you haven't, please do click on the like button. And if you haven't already and you like this type of content, please do consider subscribing. It's free to you, and I would love for you to be here for the long haul and be a part of the family. Let's hang out. So here, T is installing the fence posts, and in usual fashion, I was unable to record all of it because I also stay pretty busy. So I didn't get the whole process of him installing the fencing, the gate to our garden, but I videoed what I could. But didn't this turn out so beautiful with the cedar lining? I have a better, a more close-up here coming up, but I just thought it turned out so pretty, and it's not even done because we're going to do some type of a trellis up over the gate, if you can picture it, and then we're going to put some type of vines, whether it's grapes or a honeysuckle or something. Something is going to go up over the archway in the entrance of the garden. It's going to be so pretty, but look at this beautiful gate. He did such a nice job. It turned out stunning, and it's, very useful and has a purpose. But here is what our garden is looking like before we tackle it today. And so what we're doing today is we are finally getting to the planting stage, and we're starting to plant our beautiful seeds that we germinated ourselves up in our spare room that we're calling our greenhouse. That's all we've got for now. That's all we have. We don't have an official greenhouse, so we're using our spare bedroom, and it's working out just fine for us this year as we're restarting our garden, since we're starting from scratch because of the flood last year wiped out our entire garden. So these seeds that we are planting, yes, we did buy some seeds, but the majority of our seeds are ones that we germinated ourselves from previous crops. Even though we lost a lot of crops last year, almost all of it, we still had seeds from our original year that we've been holding on to, that I have dried and preserved, and we are starting over again. So we were gifted a couple of different solar-powered irrigation systems. One is more powerful than the other, but both of them work just fine for what we are using them for. You'll see in this video that we used one for the potatoes, but we're actually going to relocate that and possibly put that one in the strawberries, because the potatoes need to be watered a little differently than a drip system, in my opinion. Not my professional opinion, but I'm going to be watering them by hand. But this is so nice for us, especially. So we want to get many more, but again, we were gifted these. So whenever we can save up money, we would like to get more, possibly for every single bed, because it just makes it so handy. And if you see the little white bucket to the right, that's what we're using for water. So we'll just pull water from the spring one time, fill up all of the buckets, and then put each bucket by the beds that have this solar powered irrigation drip system in it. And then we'll just put the little tube down there, and then it does the rest. We can program it to say how much water flow, when to do the water flow. It's just so nice, and it takes zero electricity. So if you're off grid or semi off grid like we are, especially because our garden is very, very far away from our house, so there's not a possible way to even get electricity, even if we wanted to. I mean, unless we wanted to spend like 10 grand, which we don't. So these solar powered systems are just absolutely perfect. And I don't know, I guess just I'll give you an update halfway through the gardening season to see if it's keeping up for our watering needs. But so far, it's been so nice and so time savings. Like, I don't know. So far, I'm really excited about it. And like I said, I wish that every single bed right now had its own solar powered irrigation system, but they don't. But, you know, goals, right? Okay, so in this first bed is going to be nothing but asparagus. So we bought asparagus roots from the store. It has little discount prices on there. That's the way we like it here. The cheaper the better. But anyway, they looked a little bit dry, so I'm just doing a voiceover because T was just complaining about thinking that they were dead. And actually, I probably need to go out there and check on them. A friend suggested to add some sea salt on a top layer of soil, so I need to go ahead and do that to try to see what what happens. Give these sweethearts a little fighting chance. But yeah, he's teaching Kay how to plant these with the roots in them, and it's just so sweet to see her get her hands dirty and really get involved in the garden. That's what homeschooling life is all about, getting her real life culture, real life experiences. I never had this growing up. Yes, I was outdoors a lot. My generation was outdoors a lot, but I didn't really have any hands-on experiences like this with my parents that I can remember. Not planting, not preserving. Now, my mom will probably say that it's because I didn't show an interest, but I don't really give Kay an option, a chance. But it's, you know, she just really likes to hang out with us. So anything that we're involved in, she really likes, and that might change as she gets older. But I'm so loving her interest in this because us as a family unit, we just dove head first into this whole homesteading change of life, change of mindset. And it's just been so beautiful to have family togetherness and just learning together as we go. Our little 8-year-old included, we're all learning this journey together and really just digging deep and getting our hands dirty. You see her observing a lot, but we get her in there. We get her hands deep in there. Yeah, all of a sudden it's super windy.
Separate them out a little bit. This is the top, okay? Spread out.
Are you watching Dad over there?
Only 3 there, huh? Okay, so I'm trying to put one over there. 8.
Now that the asparagus is planted, I'm going to be inserting some funny little interludes here. This is pretty comical, me trying to clip Blossom's hooves. It was a definite no. I ended up having to have some help. I called in some farmer friends of mine, and they came and showed me how to get it done because she was not having it. And I only recorded this one time, but I actually attempted this like 3 times before I called for help. She's like, no ma'am, not today. And then this is so sweet. So I bought this little squirrel feeder a couple of months ago, and they usually eat on top of the table. This was the first time that I seen them eat correctly, where they're sitting on the little bench seat eating off the table. I thought it was so precious, and I haven't seen them eat like that since, but I just got such a kick out of seeing them eat the way it was intended. It was so cute. Okay, camper family, I am desperate. This algae is getting way out of hand, and I thought the recent storm would have taken care of most of it. It did not. This is overtaking, sucking up all of the oxygen out of this pond, and it is killing my fish. I had a couple of friends, local friends, tell me to get certain fish to put in there that do nothing but eat the algae because I'm desperate. If you can write a comment down in the comment section to help me figure out a safe way to get rid of this algae, please do so. If you know of a solar-powered filter system that would be strong enough, or like I said, I had friends telling me to get some fish, which I'm going to do in the next couple of days. There's a co-op coming on the 16th, I believe, so I will be ordering some fish from there in hopes to get rid of most of this greenery so that I can spare my fish because it's just overtaken. She's getting it. No. Molly. She's getting it. Yes, she is. Mousy, stop trying to get the bees. She's getting it. She's getting it. Oh.
Okay. Yep, dandelion pollen. Honey.
That's the stuff we need. I am going to say if you have a snake phobia, please do click off of this video at this time. Please do click like on your way out, and I will see you on the next one. This next several clips are of all of the different snakes that we have been finding throughout our property this past week. Oh boy, they are coming out of hibernation for sure because we are seeing so many different snakes all over our property. So we just have to be careful and mindful. Again, we are a life sanctuary, so we do not kill anything. We may rehome certain animals, but for the most part, everyone is here. We all share a piece of nature, and we all are doing our job here that we were called by God to do. And we allow the animals to have that same right. This was their home before ours. So as long as they're not harmful, then they can stay right where we found them. And if they are harmful, then we just put them further up on our property, further away from our homestead. That's the biggest one I've seen. Yeah. You're the biggest one I've seen here. You sure are.
Okay, there's a tree down right here. It's hard to...
I know. Nope, she went into her den. She's not coming up. She went inside all this stuff.
She's coming up right there. See
What?
the leaf moving?
No, she went in here.
Would you back up, please?
Yeah, but she went to hide, love. Just look at how confident our little blind rescue Malachi walks. It just warms my heart that he knows this property like the back of his little sweet paw. He walks with his tail held high and curled and so confident, and he just knows the property, and I just absolutely love that for him. When we first adopted him, we thought that he was going to have to just be strictly an inside kitty, but he had other plans. He has taught me so much about overcoming and conquering and strength, and he just doesn't even know the impact, the positive impact he has on the entire family. But this is where I'm going to end today's video. I truly pray that you enjoyed watching. If you did and you haven't yet, please do click the like button. It sure helps my small channel out. And please do subscribe if you haven't. I sure would love to have you along for the long haul and a part of the family. And as always, be blessed and be a blessing. Bye.